Hey everybody, it's Bill Cecil again with your tip of the day. Hey, today's tip is I want to give you a couple quick tips to help you with your parent-teacher conferences so you can better manage them and maybe definitely go into them more confident, feeling like you know what you're going to do, because this can be one of the most stressful things we do on our job. It makes a lot of us nervous. I know I've been doing them for a while. I still get a little nervous before every parent-teacher conference, or at least before the start of them each year. So here's a couple quick tips. Number one, make sure you remember that you may be talking about one of your many students, but you're talking to the most important person in most of these people's lives. It's their kid. I know this for a fact because I, as a parent, went to my first parent-teacher conference about 10 years into my career. And I got to tell you, the first time sitting on the other side of that table, I was extremely nervous. In fact, my son's a senior now, and he's an honor student, and I still get nervous going into these conferences because I want to make sure I hear good things about my kid, that they're going to say, oh, you got a great kid there. You know, here's some things we got to work on, but here, you got a great kid. Every parent wants to hear this. So we got to remember that, as even if we're dealing with a tough kid or a tough conference, we got to remember that we're dealing with their most important person in their lives. So if you can keep that in mind, that's going to help a lot. Number two, keep the conferences short. They're short by design anyways. They're usually about 15-20 minutes, at least at my school. So you got to go in with a clear plan of what you're going to do. So here's a quick guideline or a formula that you may want to follow to keep your conferences quick and positive and moving forward. Number one, always start with a positive. A few positives about the kid. Lets the parents know that you care about their kid, that you really know their kid. And it eases some of that anxiety that I was just talking about sitting on the other side of the table. It's going to make them more receptive for the things that you want to talk about that they need to continue work on. So always hit them with specific things that you really know about their kid and that you like about their kid. Then, once you've done that, then go into things that you want their kids to work on. Not problems that they have to fix, but things that you want them to continue to work on. I always say there's things that I'm still working on. Here are a few things that I want your kids or your child to continue to work on. So hit them with that. And then once you've done that, ask them, is there anything I can be doing to help your child be more successful in my classroom? Give them a chance to give you some input and write it down. It means a lot to a parent when they see you actually write it down, because they know that you really care about that question. You're not just throwing that question out there, that you're really taking it to heart, that you're really going to give it some thought. Even thank them for the idea if it's one that you think is a good idea. If not, just say, hey, I'll definitely give that some thought, and if I have to, I'll get back with them. But definitely let them know you're writing it down, that it's important for you to write it down and to remember it. And then the last one is end on another positive. Even if you have to go back and repeat some of the positives you said at the beginning. Like, for example, you might say, like I said at the beginning of the conference, your kid is so funny, I love their sense of humor. Or, hey, I really love the way that your child comes in and treats other kids. But find a way, it's like a sandwich. Start with a positive, end with a positive. Okay, so definitely do this. It's going to make a big difference. Hey, conferences, like I said, can be a little nerve-wracking. But if you start with the positive, end with the positive, and you throw in there what the kids need to continue working on, I think you're going to see that it's going to go a lot smoother and be successful. Hey, give this a shot. I think it will make a difference. Oh, one more tip. Make sure you invite your kids to come to these conferences too. I mean, I tell my students, I'm talking about you. Why wouldn't I want you there? And if they come, direct many of your comments directly to them and ask them questions. Get them involved. Hey, parents love this because they want to know, they actually get to see how you relate to their child, how you interact with their child, and how their child interacts with you. Give it a shot. It will make a difference. Hey, remember, best year ever. You have the power to make it happen.